Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Victoria with Nutrition by Victoria, and I just got back for a run. That's why I have this funny hat on. It actually has a roll up here for my ponytail. I like it. I think it's cute. I'm having some kiwi strawberry fruit juice cocktail. It's really yummy, good recovery drink after some fitness. So I am going to do a Q&A video today. I posted on my Instagram what questions you guys had and if I should do a Q&A, and I got some really good questions, so I'm going to answer them today. And if you're not already following my Instagram, my username on there is nutritionbyvictoria. Okay, so let's get into the first question. First question was, when is my birthday? My birthday is June 25th, 1987. I'll be 34 years old this year. No spring chicken anymore, but I feel really good on this lifestyle, so it keeps you young. Okay, next question. The new wave of high-carb vegans seem to be scared of fruit but not starch. They'll house bread but not bananas. Do you agree that fruit is the ultimate weight loss food and that fruit and starch is far better than just starch? This is a really good question. It's a loaded question, that's for sure. Here's the deal. I have tried just the fruit diet and I've tried just the starch diet, and I don't think either of them are sustainable long term. With that said, do I think fruit is the ultimate weight loss food? I think fruit is just a powerhouse in itself. I don't think any food in particular is like a weight loss food. I think that that comes down to your metabolism. So weight loss is all about having a high functioning metabolism and feeding it enough high carb foods so that you have the energy to basically burn through your fat stores. And that's, a whole other topic, but fruit is the most nutritionally dense food on the planet. So it's easy to digest. Fruit is awesome. I feel my best eating like a raw till 4 diet, and I think it comes down to it's the diet that I can get the most calories from, being a high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan. So you eat fruit all day, fruit and sugar, fruit juices, fruit smoothies, banana ice cream, and they all digest really, really well. And then once you start into your starches, if you have a big fruit meal after that, it doesn't work out so well. I've had fruit with starch before. You just can't have a lot of fruit if you're going to have it with starch, like with oatmeal or something. So I don't agree with just starch. I don't agree with just fruit. You have to have them together in order to be successful long term on this diet. Even though fruit digests really well, I can't eat just fruit because that messes with my digestion too. So I have to have a bit of fruit or a lot of fruit plus a lot of starch, and that's just flat belly food, so anybody who is recommending just fruit or just starch actually is recommending a restrictive diet, because in order to be successful long term on the high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan diet and get the fat loss results and get the athletic results or fitness results, you have to eat enough calories to support a high functioning metabolism. That is the secret, and you do that by adding fruit, sugar, and starch all together, and that's what allows you to keep your diet really low in fat so that you can burn body fat stores over time. Okay, I think that about sums it up. So anybody recommending just starch or just fruit, like McDougall wrote the maximum weight loss solution, which is a starch-based diet. based on calorie density and adding low calorie vegetables to your starch meals in order to dilute them. And essentially, like, and he's like, eat as much as you want, eat in abundance. You can still be eating as much as you want and eating in abundance and restricting your calories or under eating. So just keep that in mind when folks are like, I follow a starch-based diet. It's usually a calorie restrictive diet too. Maybe not even intentionally, but because it's hard to get enough calories just eating starch, that's where that comes into play. Okay, next question. How long do you cycle every day? Time-wise, distance. Also, how long does it take for metabolic recovery? So the first part of this question, I cycle every day for at least 30 minutes to an hour, and that's usually going really easy. So I focus on low intensity the majority of the time, unless I'm going up a hill. And it's like, I'm feeling it, Okay, distance-wise, that equates to like, I'd say I average like 15 miles, 10 to 15 miles a day. Yeah, so you can check out my Strava actually. So my Strava username is Victoria NbVegan. I'm on Strava. I log all my cardio workouts, my running, my outdoor cycling, my indoor cycling. Sometimes I add yoga or rebounding into it, just like so I know what I'm doing every week. And I noticed that I'm trending where I'll have 3 really big weeks on the bike, and then I'll have a down week. So this is my down week, and I'm not like doing as much cycling. I don't feel like I want to do as much cycling. So last week I did 12 hours on the bike. And what you'll notice, like being out on a road bike especially, it's just fun, and you just find yourself out exploring, enjoying nature, and it's just like a really fun, great experience. And I love being out on my bike. I would be out on my bike way more if I didn't have kids. I'd probably use it to commute. I would not drive a car. But having children, I have to make sure I have somebody to watch the kids so that I can take my bike out. So that limits the time that I'm out for. If I have a sitter, I'll be out for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. My biggest ride has probably been like 3 hours. I'd love to do like a 100-mile ride. Actually, my next goal is like a 100K ride. And I do everything solo. But yeah, 30 to 60 minutes is a really good goal for an everyday, cycling fitness routine. Okay, so I had another question. I'm interested in your timeline for getting so lean. So this kind of correlates with how long it does it take for metabolic recovery. So I started my metabolic recovery journey 9 years ago. And I was in really bad shape. I mean, I was of the opinion that, calorie restriction, fasting, all that was like what you did, and it just made me anorexic. And it took me a really long time to kind of get myself back on track with having a high functioning metabolism again. So it's taking me this whole time to get to where I'm currently at. And it's important to look at it like it is a journey, where she did her lipstick, where it's gonna take time. It took me a lot of time to figure things out. I think I was dealing with a lot of like complications with my health from being anorexic and under eating, so it took a long time for my gut functioning to improve. So your health is directly related to your metabolic functioning. So if you have health problems like gut imbalances, whatever, that is going to affect your metabolism, because your metabolism is dependent on your body's ability to extract energy and nutrients from the food that you eat. So if you're having problem doing that, it's going to directly affect your metabolism. Same with, like, I have always been on the low end of like having iron deficiency anemia. I had it as a kid when I was playing high school sports and eating animal products and stuff, and then after I had children, my levels dipped again. So it's important to like get blood work, routine blood work, to see where you're at, because anything that's out of whack with your blood work, particularly having iron deficiency anemia, low hematocrit, low red blood cell count, that's going to impact your metabolism as well. So you really want all your health factors to be normal. Make sure your B12 levels are normal. Actually, that gets into another question. Do you take any supplements or herbs? And no, I don't take any supplements, or any herbs, but I do take B12. That's the only supplement that I do take. I take a sublingual form because, I don't know, I don't think I'm allowed to take shots while I'm breastfeeding. I tried one time and they're like, no, you're breastfeeding, you can't have this. So I've just been doing an oral sublingual. I try to do it every day because I do feel like it makes a difference. Yeah, so metabolic recovery, and it's important to notice signs with metabolic recovery. So even where I'm at now, where I feel really good and my body's staying consistently lean no matter how much food I eat, I notice if I don't eat enough, I have water retention. If I don't eat enough, my energy levels drop. If I don't sleep enough, my energy levels low. So I'm at a point with this where I'm recovered, but if I do anything that compromises that recovery, where I've undereaten, overtrained, or underslept, I feel it. So I'm hoping that as time goes by, my body will get that much stronger just being on this lifestyle, and it won't be as affected by lack of sleep, things that we don't always have control over. But I notice that if I'm going through emotional stress, I need to eat more. If I haven't slept enough, then I need to take a nap during the day. If I've done a lot of training, I'm gonna be eating more for the next few days in order to recover from that, so that I can have the energy to keep going and get fitness gains. So it becomes less of how long does it take for me to lose weight process, more of a what do I do to support my fitness process, because it's all about how you feel. It's not about how you look. How you look comes from the feeling good. So you want to be chasing the feeling good versus how you look, because if you chase how you look, then you might wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm not so happy with the way my body looks, so I'm going to undereat, and that's just going to set you back. So I've done that so many times during this 9 years that I've finally realized that that's not what you do when you are not liking how your body looks or something. You're supposed to focus on how you feel. When you're feeling good, you're going to look good too. And there's some things we can't control, like when we're on our cycle and stuff, and you have a little extra water retention, or even when you're going through metabolic healing related to fitness gains, you might have a little bit of water retention from that. And mostly body weight gain is water retention. It's not necessarily fat, especially if you're losing or gaining a lot every day, or it's food weight in your system. Yeah. Okay. Skincare routine. I did do a video about my skincare routine, and it is nothing. I just, after I do fitness, or first thing in the morning, water on the face. After I do fitness, water on the face. I don't use any products. I don't use any products in my hair. And that's just maybe because I'm lazy, but also what works best for me. Yeah. I do use some sunscreen though. I like Baby Ganex sunscreen when I'm going to be out in the sun a lot. Violet! She's okay. Okay. how do you feel about your husband not being vegan? I would love for him to be vegan, but I also understand that it's something that somebody has to want for themselves. But he does strive to eat a lot of plant-based foods. And I make him a lot of high-carb, low-fat, plant-based vegan foods at home. And he sees my results and he's like, yeah, like, what do I need to do to, you know, have the energy that you have and look good and everything. And so he sees, you know, be the example for how you want to, you know, help people, and that is usually works to be the best. You don't want to like hound them too much, because I've done that and it just like pushes people away. So be the example, and then share your tasty, you know, high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan foods with people, and they will hop on the train. Okay, yeah, so that is it for this Q&A. I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any more comments or questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.